Not the emotional music when we know this is not actually. 大家好, hi guys, it's Shan and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm reacting to episode 6 of ABO Desire. I am actually really excited about this episode. Generally, I have really been enjoying the show, but considering now it seems like the stakes between Secretary Gao and director Shan? Yeah, he's Shan, the other guy Shan, have heightened, and we may or may not have, I don't know if we're gonna have a reveal regarding YONG in this episode, but there's definitely gonna be some kind of situation when director Sheng's person tries to bring YONG back from the hotel. So I feel like it's gonna be a disaster, but hopefully a fun one. And yeah, before we do get into it, I just want to say a quick thank you to all my amazing patrons and channel members. And if you're interested in joining either of those for uncut and exclusive reactions, the links will be in the description below, along with my social media and my PO box. And if you want to subscribe, that's also greatly appreciated. But now, without further ado, let's get into today's video.
帮你消耗了大部分体能，要不然以你那怪胎式的恢复力，能留到现在已经算是奇迹了。
Oh, interesting.
跑得太快了。
过了盛少游的府，我的秘书留院观察，到现在还没醒。
是高秘书吗？兰花位。
好了，今天就聊到这儿，我先走了。
日后，盛先生肯定还要再找你麻烦。
Oh my goodness, you enjoy it way too
我
much.
劝你，
养的皮实些，好耐打是吧？切，小疯子。
Quite.
老板心情不好，小心被连坐。我看到一个跟踪目标，
要是能顺手弄死沈文朗，我再给你多一。
Oh my, sir, you can't like add murder to this pile. I thought you said that jungle was a legal, civilized society.
我是侦探，不是杀手。
不管用什么方法，一定要把他带回来。
放心吧。
Do you mean bring Shan Wenlong back or no? Okay, I think luckily we're talking about Hwayoung. So obviously, sorry, random, but I can't see what the spelling is. Well, spelling isn't the right word, but the character is that is used for Hwayoung's name. But if it is a flower, as I suspect, then I have a hard time believing that it's his actual name. Though, you know, to be fair, we have situations like Revenge Love where one of the characters is indeed named Jiang Xiaoshuai. So it could be a case of that. But because it's Hwayoung and he is so conniving, I wouldn't put it past him for that not to actually be his name. Don't you think he would have seen your reflection and like the very in control look you just had?
解救对象让我亲自和你确认，是不是真的是你来带他离开？
你让他听电话。
Not the emotional music when we know this is not actually.
那我马上就去楼下。
盛总，麻烦你准备一件长外套。
好。
Oh goodness. I think the reason why I was like, you need to prepare to take a beating is because if he sees this and thinks it was someone Long's doing, then.
下去吧，我们到了。
I'm wondering if he's gonna collapse. Damn, I kind of hate it. Like, I can't quite put my finger on why I am enjoying this as much as I am. I think it's because I kind of, I don't want to say expected it, but I was mentally prepared for this dynamic from the first episode. Like, they did a good job of kind of laying the groundwork for it. So I'm feeling, along for the ride. But that being said, the idea that he is faking trauma right now, like, as much as I am here for the manipulation because I knew it was gonna happen, it's a lot.
不是别人，不要怕，是我。
Like, I feel so bad for Director Shan.
是我，你没有做梦。华勇，对不起，是我动作太慢，让你等太久。
I'm very intrigued by the family dynamic that YONG has, because I kind of want to figure out how it played into how he is now. Not to justify it, but just because I'm curious.
我不要看医生，我要洗澡。
I mean, fair, he can't have a doctor looking at all the injuries if they're gonna heal super soon.
有事你就叫我，我就在外面，随时都在。
I have to say, I feel a little bit better knowing that Shan Wenlong is not personal friends with YONG, because there's something a little bit different to me about Shan Wenlong going along with this, because he made a deal with someone and now is kind of having to follow through regardless of what the because it was kind of part of their deal and maybe he didn't know what he was agreeing to originally, versus a friend condoning another friend manipulating someone like this.
你不愿意看医生，总要让我帮你检查一下伤口在哪儿，才能知道伤得怎么样。
From Director Sheng's perspective, I understand why he might feel the need to get a little bit destructive when it comes to the people who he thinks harmed YONG like this.
会好的，都会好的，别怕，都过去了。
I feel so bad for Director Sheng.
盛先生，你是不是很想要信息素腺体把想要的消息啊？所有研发
There's the
部门
carrot.
都是臭人的名单。
华勇，你还有我。
Damn.
我买了早餐，一起吃好不好？
There's very conflicting feelings in my mind right now, because on the one hand, I hate that YONG is faking this trauma in order to get closer to Director Sheng. And on the other hand, I'm so relieved that he is faking this trauma and did not actually go through that. Ultimately, the correct answer is he should not be faking anything, and he should not have led Director Sheng to believe that that was the situation. But I'm unfortunately very glad that we didn't have this be a real thing that YONG went through, because the amount of trauma that I can only imagine that would have resulted in does not bear thinking about. I love that jacket on Director Sheng, it's beautiful.
你一个人在家，我不放心，
为什么？
因为很喜欢你。
I just wonder how YONG will feel once he genuinely internalizes the fact that he has gotten this man to like him, but it's never actually been him that director Shan likes.
刚到地库，我一直盯着呢。
好，堵住他，我马上到。
Hi! I cannot tell you why I'm so invested in Secretary Gao's well-being, but I am.
盛先生，你的脸。
不小心蹭的。
Oh, we skipped right over their confrontation. I was not expecting that.
是空调打太低了吗？手怎么这么凉？
Stop! You cannot endear me to this. I
还疼不疼？
like I love it and I hate it.
你别哭啊，都是我不好，但以后一定不会了，我不会再让你受到伤害了。相信我。
Crap! I didn't even internalize the fact that he's feeling guilty over the fact that he thinks he caused YONG to go through that trauma. That just makes it worse. The worst part is I think he maybe views it as, oh, he genuinely thought the secretary had done it under director Sheng's request, and this was potentially his way of punishing director Sheng for that disobedience.
因为我也很喜欢你。
Damn it. I can't tell you why I am kind of low-key loving their dynamic even though it's super toxic.
这不是您适合来的地方。小啰嗦，是不是和我说了算？快开门。
Are you supposed to be living with your girlfriend? Because if that's the case, things are like your story is gonna fall apart real quick right now.
没有啊。
那有什么不方便？
Don't you think he might smell something's up? Quite literally.
家里不常来客人，喝白水行吗？
随便。
I'm very curious about seeing how this plays out.
所以你特地来我这儿，就是为了来嘲笑我古板？你脸上怎么又多了淤青？
别提。
Yeah, I was wondering when he'd ask.
又是我要打的，是他先找我麻烦。
他为什么找你麻烦？
他
I can't explain because then I'd have to reveal YONG's identity.
值得你这么
Why
关心
are you jealous?
抱歉，确实和我没关系。
I just find it so funny that both of them are jealous of each other over YONG when YONG is like the least of their worries.
这管好你自己吧，别再犯报表多一位数都没发觉的低级错误。
Wow, that lasted all of 2 seconds.
你以为我喜欢待在这破地方是不是？一股 Omega 带过的臭味，是爱带谁带？
He gets so defensive and rude. Hold on, I missed the last
你以为我
sentence.
喜欢带？
You can't just go kicking
你
people's
干什么
doors.
啊？踹我家门干嘛？你有毛病啊！
抱歉，不小心撞的。
Oh, please,
我们楼
please
道
tell
的
me
灯
she
坏了，
accidentally let
已经好
something
长时间
slip.
了，结果啊，差点摔下去，所以很危险的，你一定要小心，你知道吧？
Are you gonna go replace the lights for him? I kinda will love that.
老板，你看啊，我帮你把这一栋全都修好了，以后你的朋友
I love
再
that. I love that so much. Like, obviously, part of me is, oh, are they gonna move in together? Just because we had that with director Sheng and Hwayong. But this, to me, is so meaningful for what I feel we've learned of Secretary Gao's personality so far, where he doesn't want to be babied or pitied, but these small acts of kindness I think will mean more for him than someone forcefully like taking him out of his current living situation.
你帮我把这些路灯的灯泡全都坏得亮一些，
这是政府的事儿。
我给你3倍价格。
好，没问题。
He's like, I do whatever the money tells me.
您太客气了，我正好上下班顺路。
我去送一下医生。
They would be such a cute couple if there wasn't lying going on.
您之前说上一次的易感期有过信息素紊乱的情况，您是高阶 alpha， 按道理来说，这种情况应该很少
I
见。
hope it's not something
如果
that
是 omega 的
Hyung
话
has.
我就要怀疑是不是 alpha 对您使用针对性引诱信息素，导致了。
Wait, hold on. Because I was about to say, I hope it's not something Hyung is doing to him.
按道理来说，这种情况应该很少见。
Okay.
如果是 omega 的话，我就要怀疑。
Suspect targeted luring pheromones from an alpha causing passive heat. Okay. So if Director Sheng had been an omega, the doctor would have suspected it was an alpha trying to exert control in a sense, like trying to focus intense pheromones on the omega. In which case, that could very much still be what is happening because Hwayong's an enigma, so maybe he's having a similar effect on Director Sheng that an alpha would have on an omega.
所以呢，很有可能是因为工作压力太大，导致了一过性的信息素紊乱。盛总，您还年轻，来日方长。
I don't think that's
您
it.
在
I
工作的
think you
同时
hit the
也
nail
要
on
注
the
意保
head
重
with
身
the
体。
first
谢
one.
谢王医生，我知道了。
这样您在易感期的时候也不至于这么难熬。
好，谢谢。
我们从华尔街的头部机构挖来了一支精锐团队，
Okay.
专门负责这一次的做空计划。他就不得不抽出现金流来补齐下跌的市值。
这样一来，投标组要抢他们的项目就更容易了。
是的，那几个项目的资金占有量很大。
陈平明，
是，
1周之内，我要他们的股价跌破发行价。
盛总，
Damn.
您太过保守了。按照您亲自拟定的这份计划，这一次沈文郎不被强平，就算是祖坟冒青烟了。
Yeah, okay, but you seem more aggressive in how you approach things than Director Sheng is. I feel bad because I don't want Director Sheng's company to be in that bad of a situation just so Director Sheng's company can do well.
公司证券部门收到了江沪证券交易所的问询函，监管层面要求我们要尽快对公司公告中提出的项目落标做出合理解释，以稳定股价帮。
Besides the manipulation that Hwayong has been dealing with, besides the manipulation from Hwayong that we have seen a lot of, I'm having, strangely enough, more of an issue with this because it's like you are, in a weird way, indirectly affecting someone who has helped you in your endeavors. I feel more of a betrayal from Hwayong to Director Shan than from Director Sheng to Director Shan because there's no sense of, oh, you owe me this, I owe you that, or anything like that between them.
股市的暂时波动也只是和外部的短暂竞争有关。
高秘书总结得很对，从长远来看，我
I
们企业
love
结
how
构
well they
业务较
work
为
together. It's just their
利润来源
personal
相较于同类型企
communication
业
that
更加
needs a
广
lot
泛
of help.
抗风险能力极强。不要带着肮脏的欧米伽气味靠近我，臭死我！众所周知，我讨厌欧米伽。
I mean,
但花勇是
fair.
唯
I
一一个能引
think
起我的
this
兴
might
趣。
be the push that Director Shan
他的信
needs
息
to
素
do
味道
some
和他本人一样。
self-reflection.
谢谢。现在啊是特殊时期，
幸亏有像高秘书这种和沈总这么有默
Great,
契的
thank
左右
you
手在
for
沈总身
settling
边，
him
不
with
然这
this
沈总
feeling of
恐怕
guilt,
会
even if
更加
it's
焦头烂额。哎
unintentional.
呀，这老同学就是不一样，难怪咱们秘书处的同事啊都在说，只要有你在，这沈总啊在会议上的状态也松弛得多。行了，那你先忙，我去准备一下下一份会议资料。
Damn it!
加油！
Now he's gonna have all the self-doubt. I mean, I guess I should be glad that it's not gonna be seen by director Shan, but at the same time, like, I wish it would have been. Maybe give him a little bit of a wake-up call.
他担心您会等他，所以特地交代我跟您说一声。
哦，好，
I mean, he could have just let him know himself, but sure.
好。一赶期不回家是坏习惯，
Yeah, because you want him to lose control with you there.
得改。
I feel like there's another shoe that's about to drop, but I just don't know what to expect.
是不是因为太想我，所以累坏了？盛先生，你睡着了吗？怎么了？你是不是觉得我很脏啊？
喂，
胡说什么呢？
so frustrating because it's like this is genuinely, unfortunately, something that a lot of people feel when they've gone through what YONG faked going through. And the fact that I think he's about to use it to manipulate director Shan into feeling guilty and like sleeping with him in order to prove that he doesn't view him that way. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like it.
你别总是胡思乱想，不早了，赶紧睡吧。
That is not as clarifying as I hoped it would be. I mean, the thing is, considering that director Shan is under the impression that YONG really went through that, that is not a very satisfactory answer.
还有，
Not me?
我让他在急诊室等你们，这个情况恐怕得住院。
I feel like this might mess with him considering he's not actually... Maybe call an ambulance? He looks very pale. Okay, that was a very unexpected end to this episode. I don't think this is Hwa-young's doing, but alternatively, I don't know what might be wrong that is causing this. Maybe it's because director Shan is so close to his rat and it's kind of like messing with Hwa-young's hormones because there's like a need that's not being fulfilled. I don't know, like I don't know enough to try and genuinely speculate about this, but I'm sincerely hoping that this is not Hwa-young faking this bad state once more just to try and test director Shan like he's been doing for the majority of this episode. That being said, I love the different paces with which the two relationships are being dealt with. I like that we're getting a little bit of a slower intimacy when it comes to director Shan and Gao, but I had hoped that he would maybe either submit the resignation or get busy with something, leave it on his desk, and director Shan would see it, and there would be some kind of fallout that might make director Shan reflect on how he has been bad-mouthing, for all he knows, Gao's mate, as far as I understand it. So yeah, I think there's a lot of reflection that needs to happen from director Shan, but I loved seeing him care for Secretary Gao in the small ways of like getting the landlord to fix all the lights and helping him replace the street lights lamps and things like that. And yeah, I cannot for the life of me understand why I'm so hooked by YONG and director Sheng's dynamic, despite knowing how toxic it is. But I'm kind of living for it despite everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Let me know what you thought, and otherwise I'll see you in the next one. 再见。